ask me that direct question. I don't know.
Shalom from Jerusalem. This is Uriel, Independent News, Yerushalayim, Israel. Man, what do you think about Israel as a Jew that you are? Aren't you? Are you Jewish?
I'm Jewish, yeah.
And what do you think about Israel?
Can you be more specific?
What do you think about the land of Israel that was given to us 4,000 years ago, but not 1948? What do you think about Israel as a whole?
First of all, I feel about Israel, and then I think. So I love Israel because I was born here, and I'm the first generation to be born here in Jerusalem. My parents and grandparents all moved from one place to another in the world. So I feel very committed to this place. But then again, lately I feel and I think it's a difficult place for me because the principles I grew up on and the values I grew up do not match what's happening here in the sense of dignity and honesty and equality to all people living in Israel. And we're not only Jews here. Between the Jews we have some problems, and between us and other religions. And I really hope that Jerusalem will finally deliver the message of peace to this place, because that's part of its name, Yerushalayim.
City of Peace.
It's a city of peace, and we're really trying to reach peace. But it's not yet here.
But, you know, I have interviewed many people during my interviews, and 99.9% of Jews that I interview, they say to me, we want peace.
Yeah.
But the other side seems to go the opposite. They basically continue to claim Jerusalem as their capital. And if I have read the Quran, I mean, I've read the Quran, and it doesn't even mention Jerusalem at all. So do you want peace?
Yes, and that's why I will look for and search for those who are tolerant and want to be in peace with us, because that's the best we can do. So if I'm looking at, I can be, I am realistic, and I know that the other other side of the equivalent is not easy to manage. I still pursue peace because there is no other option in life. To pursue war, it's possible. It's always possible.
Well, war is always an option, but who wants war? I mean, when we are going...
Some people are angry and they want war. They are enraged from every side. It doesn't matter. But me, as a person, I grew up on other values, and it's not easy. It's not easy.
Now, for instance, we gave away Gush Katif, part of the Gaza, and Israel has received over 14,000 rockets by terrorists in Gaza.
Yes, it is horrible. It is horrible. But then again, I think as people, we live a certain amount of years. We live several generations, but probably this process will take much longer because rage insists on staying for long. And it takes time. We might not see it in our generation, but it doesn't mean it won't happen. Things happening. If people have goodwill and they are working for peace and they're pursuing, then they will finally beat this rage. But yeah, we're experiencing terrible times. Yes,
especially in Syria with the terrorists that are basically trying to take over, and then we have Lebanon with Nasrallah. Continuing to threaten Israel, and of course, not forget to mention Ahmadinejad in Iran. And
the problem is, if we think about this all the time, we will also be mentally hurt in our minds. It's better if we focus on the.
But we have to be realistic, and we are living here in Israel.
Realistic, the best realism. This is what I think.
So you want peace?
I think everyone wants, depends, but each person has a way to look for it, and realism can be understood in many ways. So let's just wait and everyone do his best for making this place better for all. that's why I think they have to run away.
This is Uriel, Independent News, Jerusalem, Israel. Shalom.